Welcome to section 10 of Basics of Human Face.
Difference between a male face and female face. So to begin with, a male face, the supraorbital ridges, this is a male face. This is called as supraorbital ridges. The place where the eyebrows rest upon above the orbit. This is more prominent when compared to females, because in females it will be some sort of curve. So here you can clearly see it's curved, and it won't be that prominent like male in case of female, but in case of a male, this is how it will be prominent. And the next difference is the size. Noticeably you can see that the male face looks a bit bigger when compared to that of female. This is big, so always make sure the size also makes a difference. The next point to remember here is that the nose, it's dip here, the glabella will be a dip and prominent. As you can see, there's a prominent dip and then the nose starts, whereas in female it just continues. And the next thing to notice here is about the chin. The chin in the male is sort of U shape. From the front, it looks like U shape, but in case of female, the chin is circular or oval shape. And the next point is the orbit. The orbit is a cavity in which the eye rests. In male, it is square, as you can see here, but in female, it will be sort of rounded. How does this make a difference? Because when you draw the eyebrow, this makes a huge difference. As you can see, the eyebrows are curved, whereas here it's somewhat on a straight line. So even this is another difference between the male and female face. And the other thing which is there is the jawline, the angle of the mandible. In male, the angle which you can see here will be less than 125 degree. That is, it will be not that obtuse. Whereas in female, if I extend, this is the point, this is the angle, it will be more than 125 degree. So to sum it up, the difference between the male and female face, the frontal bone is deeper, whereas this is rounded and almost like curved. The glabella is prominent here, the glabella is absent or very small. And the architecture, it's longer in male, whereas it's not that long, and it's large in male, it's not that large in female, it's relatively small. The orbits, square shaped orbits, are circular or oval shaped. The muscles are more prominent in male, especially the occipital and the temporal. So we'll have to draw a line something like this, and even here some line, and even the wrinkles. These are the characteristic features of a male face, whereas the female muscles are not that prominent. The cheekbones are prominent, the cheekbones aren't prominent, and uh, the frontonasal junction is curved, smooth curved, whereas in male it's angular, distinct angular. And the next thing is the chin is U-shaped in male, whereas in female it's round shaped. And the angle here will be always less than 125 degree, whereas here it will be more than 125 degree. So with this knowledge and the anatomy of the male and female face is compared the way it is, you can